Welcome back to another edition of Mike Ferry TV. My name is Tony Smith, coach and speaker for the Mike Ferry organization, and happy as always to spend some time with you here. Okay, here we are on the week of February 17th. I want to start by this understanding of something that we know in the Mike Ferry organization. We know that a majority of real estate agents do 70% of their annual production in a 6-month window of time. It's been proven, okay? So I have two questions for you to get started. First of all, do you understand and believe that that's true for you? That you do a majority of your production in a 6-month window? And then the second question I have for you, when does that 6-month window start? We think it should start right now, okay? We're approaching the spring market, the time in most of the world where the public believes it's the time to list and sell and buy real estate. Okay, so if the public perception is lining up that this is the time, shouldn't we be in peak performance mode? And shouldn't we be in the absolute expectation that a mass of our production is going to come over the next 6 months? Okay, so let's look at some thoughts today on this whole idea of the spring market and the majority of your production coming now. The first thing I wrote down was you need to understand the market stats. It is time now to really take a close look at the market. How many homes are for sale? How many homes are selling per month? How does that compare to last year? How long is it taking to sell a home on average today? How does that compare to last year? What is the average sales price? Is it increasing, decreasing, staying the same? If you want to take advantage, spend some time to study the market stats. Listen, knowing the market stats gives you the authority that you need to present to the world. It gives you the confidence that you're looking for to interact with buyers and sellers with a high degree of really expertise. It gives you that space to possibly close for an appointment and close for a signature using the market stats. Can you deliver those stats to the public? If you can deliver those stats, you're in a great position to take advantage of the spring market. Okay, the next thing I would ask you to do is sit down and consider for yourself over the next 90 days a very specific, very aggressive plan. Okay, if it's the spring market and it's the time where things start opening up, then I need to be in my most aggressive state. Consider this. What are your production goals between now and, say, the end of May? Your production goals. How many listings? How many sales? How much income? Are you clear on your production goals for the next 90 days? What are your prospecting commitments for the next 90 days? Have you marked out the days you're going to work? The days you're going to take off? Have you outlined for yourself, how many contacts you're going to make each day? Do you know in detail who you're going to speak to each day? What sources you're going to call? I would make a very strong prospecting commitment and goals for myself for the next 90 days. Next, I would ask you to really outline for yourself a strong skills improvement directive for yourself. Specifically, how are you going to improve your skills? Are you going to work on certain objection handlers? Are you going to work on adding a new source of business and really getting the script down for that? Are you going to enhance and improve your presentation? I hope so. But do you have a really strong, really defined skills improvement curriculum for yourself for the next 3 months? I would ask you to outline for yourself mindset. What do you need to do to strengthen and protect your mindset for the next 2 or 3 months? Spring market. Are there some books you need to read? Do you need to readjust your morning routine? There's some negative things that have slipped in that you need to push out? Get in the best mindset situation you can be in. And then I would ask you to outline for yourself some really strong personal goals. Do you have some strong personal goals over the next 3 months? You're going to be taking a vacation, putting some money in the savings account, paying off some debt, right? Buying new furniture for the house. I don't know. But do you have some strong driving personal goals for the spring market? Mike has been telling us for years, If you have a time management problem or you have a prospecting problem, it's because your goals simply aren't strong enough. So do you have goals that are going to support the spring market? We hope you do, okay? I made this little note. Do you have a clear understanding of what ideal daily performance is for yourself? Do you know what it means for you at this point of your career, at this point of your life, your current status of your business, what it means to perform properly? I hope you have a clear understanding. Now, the second part of that is, shouldn't you be performing at that peak state today? Should you basically be on your game, right? If there's ever a time to be as close to that productive daily schedule that you had written for yourself, it's right now. It's the spring market. Review it, check it, okay? I made a note. If you want to take advantage of the spring market, understand this simple thought. A lack of strong personal development, opens the door for self-doubt. Okay? If you're in a pathway of developing mentally and physically and emotionally, business-minded, skills, if you're developing personally at a really high level, there's no doubt in that. Okay? But if you find yourself not developing personally, boy, you can start worrying and being concerned, and all that doubt just sweeps in. How strong is your personal and business development plan right now? I would outline it and get clear on it. We need to be performing. Okay. I also made a note. Hey, if it's the spring market and it's the time where a majority of my production is going to be done, shouldn't I add in 2 or 3 or 4 really massive prospecting days? Should I add in some evening prospecting? Maybe some weekend prospecting? Should I get to one of our prospecting clinics? Listen, our calendar is outlined at mikeferry.com. Go to the events calendar. There's live prospecting clinics. There's virtual prospecting clinics. We've got action workshops. We've got productivity schools. Of course, we have the Superstar Retreat, but we've got all of these things that they're getting lined out. Get yourself involved. If you want the highest level of return, shouldn't you have the highest level of participation? And we think you should. Okay. I also made this little note. The market conditions do not dictate whether I hit my goals or not. They don't dictate whether you hit your goals or not. The market conditions are only an indicator. All therefore is to point you in the direction of what you need to do to hit your goals. Okay, now that might mean a little more intensity. Maybe it means a little more prospecting. Maybe it needs a lot more skill, right? Maybe it needs stronger pricing. But what I would ask you to do is take a close look at the market conditions and be sure to outline for yourself, what are those conditions telling you that you need to do to succeed? Okay, this is your time. This is the time that we take advantage. I want you to put your back into it, get your mind right, get your schedule right, get your skills right, get your generation right, and kick this thing off for the spring market. You know you can do it. We know you can do it. Let's get to work starting right now.